Everybody wants to know the secret. They look at the trophies, the rings, the highlights, and they ask, Michael, what's the formula? What's the magic trick? What's the shortcut to greatness? Let me tell you something straight. There is no magic trick. There is no shortcut. There is no elevator to the top. Success is not about luck. It's not about talent alone. It's not even about being the smartest or the fastest. The real secret is work. It's obsession. It's sacrifice. It's discipline when nobody's watching. It's losing, failing, hurting, and getting back up every single time. You see, people remember the shots I made. They play the highlights of the game winners, the dunks, the championships, but they don't show you the thousands of shots I missed in practice. They don't show you the mornings when I dragged myself to the gym while the world was still asleep. They don't show you the pain, the blood, the sweat that went into becoming the man you saw on that court. Success isn't built on one moment. It's built on millions of invisible ones. The ones you think don't matter, the ones nobody claps for, the ones nobody ever sees. But those are the ones that make you. When I was cut from my high school team, people thought that was the end of my story, but it was just the beginning. That failure became my fuel. That rejection lit a fire in me so hot it burned for decades. Because here's the truth. Failure is not the opposite of success. It's the foundation of it. The secret of success is learning to take every no, every loss, every setback and turn it into fuel. It's looking at the pain and saying thank you. It's letting your failures teach you more than victory ever could. But most people don't want to hear that. They want the easy version. They want the hack. They want the smooth road. And when they don't find it, they quit. Champions don't quit. Champions don't wait for the easy road. Champions build the road themselves, one step, one rep, one day at a time. So if you came here looking for the secret to success, I'll give it to you. But you might not like it because the secret is not glamorous. It's not easy. It's not quick. The secret is this: success belongs to those who are willing to suffer for it. And the question is, are you? You know, what people don't understand about greatness, they think it's about winning. They think it's about talent. But I'll tell you the truth, my greatest teacher wasn't victory, it was failure. I've missed more than 9,000 shots in my career. I've lost almost 300 games. 26 times I was trusted to take the game-winning shot and miss. Those numbers don't define me as a loser. They define me as a fighter. Because every single miss, every loss, every disappointment, it carved me into who I became. When you fail, most people hide, they complain, they point fingers, they say it wasn't my fault. But champions face it. Champions take the hit, look in the mirror and say, it's on me and I'll come back stronger. That's the secret. Most people run from pain. Pain is uncomfortable. Pain is lonely. But pain is the sharpest tool you'll ever have. It cuts away your excuses. It shapes your character. It shows you exactly how much you're willing to sacrifice for your dream. When I was a rookie in the NBA, I wasn't the strongest. I wasn't the most experienced. I had weaknesses, and I knew that every weakness would be exposed on the court. So what did I do? I didn't cry about it. I didn't blame it on coaches or teammates or circumstances. I went to work. I lived in the gym. I trained my body, my mind, my game until those weaknesses turned into weapons. That's the mindset you need. Stop running from your flaws. Stop hiding from your scars. They are not your curse. They are your fuel. You want to know the real difference between the good and the great? The good want to feel good. The great want to get better. Even if it hurts, especially when it hurts. Every champion you've ever admired, every legend, every icon, they all had one thing in common. They suffered more than anyone else. They carried more weight, they worked more hours, they endured more failure, and yet they refused to quit. That's what separates legends from the rest. So if you want success, stop asking for comfort. Stop asking for the easy way. Start asking for the struggle. Because that struggle, that pain, that's where greatness lives. Remember this, the court doesn't lie. Life doesn't lie. You can't cheat the work. You can't fake the grind. You either put in the hours or you don't. You either pay the price or you stay the same. And the price of success, it's paid in failure, in sacrifice, in pain. That's the bill every champion has to pay. The only question is, are you willing to pay it? Everybody thinks success is about talent. They say, Michael, you were born gifted, you were born with natural ability. Let me tell you something, talent will get you noticed, but discipline will make you great. Talent is a spark. Discipline is the fire. Without discipline, talent dies. Without discipline, your gift fades. Discipline is what gets you out of bed when you don't feel like it. Discipline is what makes you put up 1,000 shots when you're tired, when you're sore, when the lights are off and nobody is watching. Do you know how many times I wanted to stay in bed? Do you know how many mornings I didn't feel like training? Countless. But I got up anyway, because success doesn't care how you feel. Success doesn't care if you're tired or stressed or comfortable. Success only cares about what you're willing to do, day after day, year after year. That's the secret. Nobody wants obsession, the willingness to lock in on a goal so intensely that everything else becomes background noise. Parties, distractions, comfort, none of it mattered to me. I had one vision to be the best, and I let that vision control me. I let it push me, drive me, consume me. People call it crazy, they call it unhealthy, but you know what? Mediocrity always calls obsession crazy. Average people will always tell you to slow down, to relax, to take it easy, but if you listen to them, you'll end up like them, average, forgotten, invisible. Champions are different. Champions use obsession as fuel. Champions take discipline and turn it into a lifestyle. Champions understand that greatness is not something you achieve once, it's something you repeat every single day. That's why I never relied on motivation. Motivation fades. Motivation is a feeling, but discipline is a choice. You don't need to feel good to be disciplined. You don't need applause to be disciplined. You don't need anyone's approval to be disciplined. You just do the work over and over and over again. Think about it. Everybody wants to be a champion, but not everybody wants to live like one. They want the glory, but not the grind. They want the rings, but not the reps. That's the difference. That's the secret. So let me ask you, what are you willing to sacrifice? How much are you willing to hurt? How far are you willing to go when nobody's clapping, when nobody's watching, when nobody believes in you? Because at the end of the day, success doesn't belong to the talented. It belongs to the disciplined. People think the secret of success is some hidden formula, a mystery that only a few can unlock. But here's the truth. The secret has been in front of you the whole time. It's simple, but it's not easy. The secret is this: you fall, you rise. You fail, you learn. You get knocked down, you stand up stronger. That's it. That's the formula. That's the path. Every time life hit me, I had a choice. Stay down or get up. Listen to the critics or silence them with action. Feel sorry for myself or fuel myself with the pain. And every single time, I chose to rise. Do you know why most people never succeed? It's not because they don't have talent. It's not because they don't have opportunities. It's because when they get knocked down, they stay down. They let life define them. They let failure become final. But failure is never final unless you quit. That's the secret. When I missed those game-winning shots, I didn't hide. I didn't let the fear of missing again stop me. I kept shooting, I kept believing, I kept putting myself in the position to win. That's why I succeeded. Not because I never failed, but because I never stopped trying. See, champions aren't defined by their victories. They're defined by their resilience, the ability to come back again and again and again. That's the heartbeat of success. And here's something else. Champions don't blame. They don't point fingers at teammates, coaches, or circumstances. Champions own everything, the wins, the losses, the mistakes. Because when you take responsibility, you take control. And when you take control, nothing can stop you. I learned early that nobody was going to hand me greatness. Nobody was going to feel sorry for me. If I wanted it, I had to take it. I had to outwork, outlast, outfight anyone who stood in my way. That's the mindset you need. Don't wait for the world to give you permission. Don't wait for the perfect conditions. Don't wait for someone to believe in you. Believe in yourself. Trust your work. Trust your grind. The secret to success is not waiting, it's creating. It's building yourself into the kind of person who refuses to lose, who refuses to quit, who refuses to stay down. Remember this, success doesn't care about your excuses. Success doesn't care about your feelings. Success only cares about one thing. Did you rise or did you stay down? That's the secret. Rise every time, no matter what. So here we are. You came looking for the secret, and I've given it to you. But let me be clear, knowing the secret is not enough. You have to live it. You have to breathe it. You have to bleed for it. Because success is not a destination, it's a lifestyle. It's not a trophy, it's a mindset. It's not about what you did once. It's about what you do every single day. When I stepped onto that court, I didn't play for applause. I didn't play for headlines. I didn't even play for the rings. I played because I had a fire inside me that demanded I give everything. That's the real secret. You don't chase greatness, you live it. And greatness doesn't come with shortcuts. It comes with scars. It comes with nights when you can't sleep because your body aches from the work you've done. It comes with days when your mind tells you to quit and you refuse to listen. Every champion, every legend you admire, they all carry the same truth. The secret to success is consistency. Showing up when it's hard, showing up when it's boring, showing up when nobody's watching. Success belongs to the ones who refuse to disappear. So let me ask you, what are you going to do with this secret? Will you let it inspire you for a moment and then fade? Or will you take it, own it, and build a life around it? Because the world doesn't need more talkers. It doesn't need more dreamers. It needs doers. It needs fighters. It needs people who wake up every morning ready to rise, ready to grind, ready to push past their limits. The secret to success is simple. Stop waiting. Stop complaining. Stop looking for easy answers. Get up, go to work, stay disciplined, use your failures as fuel, rise every time you fall, and never, never quit. If you do that, you won't just succeed, you'll become unstoppable. You won't just chase greatness, you'll embody it. You won't just dream, you'll live it. The secret to success is not out there somewhere. It's not hidden in a book, a course, or a motivational video. The secret is already inside you. It's been there the whole time. The only question is, are you ready to unleash it?